Ian, Bobby, how you guys doing? It's June 7th, I believe. Welcome to the Bsblr Show. What's going on, guys?
That completely threw me off just now. No shot. It's June 7th already. What the heck?
June 7th.
Yeah. June 7th, I make my pro debut tomorrow.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm ready for it.
I'm ready for it too.
That's exciting stuff, man. Are you looking forward to it or what? What's the biggest thing you're hoping to take away from that first outing?
Yeah, I just kind of want to go out there and have fun, not try and put too much pressure on myself. I'm probably not going to start, but it's going to be the first day I'm available to play. So
Yay.
I'm pretty excited, man. I'm pretty excited. Just hope the nerves don't get to me and I can just go out there and just be loose and play baseball,
As Drew would say, you got to have that big dog mentality, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. Got to be a mental warrior up here.
Long time coming. I'm so excited. You have to fill us in on how it goes.
We'll do. Even if I go over, I'll let you guys know. I'll break down the swings.
I want pitch by pitch every single time.
I'll let you know why I failed.
Please. That's crazy. You guys want to get right into it. Top story for today, really just this week, another MLB gambling scandal. Giuseppe Marcano got a lifetime ban for baseball bets. Kind of interesting about this is he only won 4.3% of the bets that he placed. It was like $150,000. He was placing them during the Pirates when he was hurt. What did you guys think about this? What more do we have to do to make sure that these guys stop betting?
There's nothing you can do to make sure these guys stop betting. They're going to bet. It's just what they do. It's I wouldn't say it's like part of the culture, but a lot of my friends who are hardcore baseball guys, we like to do that stuff, that kind of stuff, right? I don't think it's ever going to stop. I think when you get highly competitive guys who are competing at that kind of level, that is congruent in their entire life. They're competitive in their entire life that way. So even if it's good or bad, I don't think you're ever going to stop it. Can you control it? Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I was listening to a commentator talk about there was like a parallel between what's currently going on in betting and what's probably been going on for a long time, and PEDs, and kind of how that's kind of a new thing that they're honing in on and starting to kind of go on a witch hunt for. So I know that some of the bets that were taking place in that kind of scandal were predated 5 years. So it's going to be interesting who all gets caught up in that. And another thing that guy was saying was he made the point every single clubhouse at the big league level and at the minor league level has it listed hey, do not break Rule 21 and don't be gambling on Diamond Sports. It's everywhere. They all have the rule in their face, so the consequences are really it's really up to the individual. They have to live with actions they took.
Yeah.
No, that's a really good perspective. I didn't even think about the PEDs, but that's an actually really good comparison. I also feel like it's going to be way more relevant in all other sports as well. I feel like we're going to see more NFL guys getting caught, more hockey guys, just because it's almost, in a sense, I don't know if you guys feel the same way. I'm not a huge gambler, but it's kind of thrown in your face constantly, 24/7. So I feel like it's just almost inevitable that we're going to have more stories like this.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm when I'm on TV and stuff, I'm seeing ESPN specials and stuff like that off betting, just all based off gambling. I'm just what is this? That's crazy.
Yeah, and how accessible it is now too with DraftKings and stuff. I think that was another point they were making was they had to specify what athletes are allowed to bet on. It used to be just don't gamble, but now it's don't gamble on this specific thing. So how accessible it is, it depends on what state you're in and whether or not you're allowed to do it in that state and stuff. It's gotten kind of messy.
Yeah, crazy. But we can move on to, we were going to talk about Judge and Soto being on pace to finish first and second in WAR. Griffey and A-Rod did it in 1996. Clemens and Boggs did it in 87 and 88. And then it goes all the way back to the 20s and 30s. Yankees, the last time two teammates did it. But Soto right now, it's a little bit up in the air because he is being tested for forearm tightness for coming out of the game yesterday. I mean, it just sucks because they've just been on such a historic pace together. I'm trying to think of a way to phrase this. Like, what do you think is the future for the Yankees if they don't have Soto? I didn't like that. I didn't like that response from either one of you.
I'll let you take that, Bobby.
Everything's gonna be okay. We'll be good. Everything's gonna be fine. Kait, everything's okay, Kait. You don't have to stress. My experience in minor league ball is there are like 10 Sotos waiting to replace Soto, and they've been dreaming for this day. So that's like the hardest part about being a minor leaguer is guys like Soto are ahead of you. So I know that if the worst case scenario, like obviously all of us are rooting for Soto to stay healthy, but if in the case that he doesn't, there's going to be someone from AAA or AA who's going to step in and do a great job. So yeah, I wouldn't stress about the Yankees' future too much. There's always someone in line waiting to take the reins.
Yeah, there is. So like, how serious?
He's like, yes, me. I'm waiting.
Yeah. How serious do you think it is, Kait?
I don't like that they took him out of the game and said they were getting images done and they had the doctor there.
Yeah, but also,
like that.
So that's their superstar. They're always super precautious. Like whenever Aaron Judge has the smallest thing wrong, they're just out immediately because they're saving, they're making good on their investment. So it could just be they're taking all the proper precautions to make sure that Soto is A-okay.
Mm-hmm.
Or
never want to make a bill
opposite and he's completely done. I don't know, Kait.
This segment is called Ian and Bobby talking me off a ledge. I'm blindly optimistic. I'm more leaning towards the fact that they felt so bad for the Twins that we just constantly beat them. Like someone should bet on the Yankees versus the Twins because I feel like your success rate would be 99.9% if you just always bet the Yankees. That's what I'm hoping for. They just felt bad and they were like, you know what, we're just gonna let him rest for the rest of the day.
Oh, also when Soto came out, I think Dominguez was asked to leave his game early, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
They said they're not related, but I don't know. I don't trust a lot of these people that are coming to me with this information. I thought that was a little bizarre.
Yeah. Coincidence?
I don't know. We'll see.
Everything's going to be okay, Kait.
Everything's fine. This will lead us to a nice transition of Skeens versus Shohei, primetime television. This was the best thing ever. We have pitch by pitch of every single at bat versus.
And now it's Skeens versus Ohtani. It's an incredible show to watch Skeens anytime, but now the fans are so into every pitch, and especially a team like the Dodgers, and especially this guy at the plate. The reaction is incredible here.
Two fastballs in the inner half to Shohei.
Bobby, if you ever want me to stop, just let me know.
0-2.
All right. It's hard to not just watch this all the way through. It's so beautiful.
I know.
How do you like this show?
So pause really quick.
Yeah, no, please give us your analysis.
So it just blows me away. Like I just assumed that Paul Skeens' induced vertical break numbers were just elite. And I was researching this yesterday. I don't know if it's outdated information, but average induced vertical break for an MLB pitcher is in the 20s. And that's typically conducive with someone who lives up in the zone and gets strikeouts up in the zone. But Paul Skeens' induced vertical break averages, according to a site that I found, was 13.4 inches. So it actually really surprises me that he's able to beat Ohtani up in the zone because that's typically Ohtani's hot spot. So I could explain that home run that you see at like 3 minutes in this video. But yeah, that kind of blew me away. I was expecting a lot higher numbers from him.
That's great.
Yeah, dude, I would have never guessed that. I'd have thought they hit a lot of vert.
Yeah. I mean, it could be outdated, or they could be just like skewing the numbers to like throw people off. But to me, like I was expecting like 24.
Dang.
Yeah. You could keep playing. I could talk about Skeens all day.
No, you're good. Let's go to the second at bat.
It was more the fact that he appreciated.
It's interesting you talked about how he was only throwing like mid-80s in high school, but Ohtani's the role model.
think it was more the fact that he appreciated a two-way talent opening the doors in the minds of the baseball world. That it was possible. 2-1 on Ohtani. So again, going into Air Force, he continued playing both ways. As a pitcher, and he played a little first base. When he went to LSU, he's the #1 two-way player in the transfer portal. He opted to focus on pitching solely. 2 balls, 1 strike. Skeens to Ohtani. 99 upstairs.
Like that just blows me away.
Strike 2.
Kate, pause for a second.
Ohtani
Again.
has swung at 5.
So just like slow play this throw right here, if you can just forward it slightly. I don't know if it'll let you. Maybe just play it and then stop it, like right at as it's passing.
Ohtani has swung at 5 fast.
Like here or more?
Yeah. So right there. So that's kind of where that previous slider was. So what could be the factor for why he's getting away with the lower IVB is because his secondary stuff is just so immaculate. He's able to tunnel his pitches so well.
It's crazy. That pitch was
And he has 5 misses.
Ian, what are you doing with that pitch,
Challenging
bro?
one of the best fastball hitters in the world and winning.
Shohei's so calm.
2 out in the third. Betts on first. The 2-2 pitch to Ohtani. This is inside.
Watch his face right after this play. Or after this throw. Right here.
Ohtani getting a idea what it's like to face him when he's
right after this. It shows like a close-up of how calm Ohtani actually is. Right here. Look how calm he is right here.
My gosh.
Right after getting brushed back.
It's like nothing, literally nothing phased in. That's what I was most impressed about, obviously with Skeens as well. But
all right, giddy up. 3-2. Ohtani tees off straight away center field. This ball's gone.
Like, come on.
Power supplies power. Home run number 15 for Shohei.
Go to the knock.
It's the Dodgers on the board against Paul Skeens.
Shohei has swung at 6
up there.
So this was his last at bat.
Fouling the first pitch into the net for a strike.
He decides to do the same thing he did in his last at bat. We got ourselves a ball game.
A 2-run blast to center field in his second game at PNC Park. 1-1. One on, one out.
This homer here on a fastball, and it's the only fastball that's been hit.
One on, one out. The 1-1 pitch. Ohtani has a base hit to right. His second knock of the night.
Where was that pitch? Like,
as the Dodgers with runners on first and second.
I think they slow it down,
The league hitting 178 off of Skeens during the first
the fact
50
that he's
pitches.
able to get
the league
on top of that just shows you the IVB thing going on. That's there's no way that ball up in the zone at 100 or even upper 80s should get topped.
Yeah, no way, no shot. So his average vert is like 7 inches or maybe even 10 inches less than the average MLB fastball.
That's what the data is saying. I could be completely wrong on that, but from what I saw and what I'm reading and just everything that the stats are pointing to is it is kind of on the low end.
Interesting. So does it sink?
He does have his splinker. So he has the splinker that has his horizontal break and it does get negative or it doesn't get negative, but it gets significantly less than his four seam. So he does get the split. But yeah, man, for that high of a caliber arm with those many strikeouts, it's got to be the secondary pitches on top of the 100+ mile per hour. There's absolutely no hate. I love this guy to death. I'm just trying to figure out why it's not 20+.
Yeah, numbers just compute in the head. The math ain't math.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I love his secondary stuff though. The splinker thing that he throws is freaking gross.
Yeah. And he throws it consistently too. Like he's very confident with the pitch. He throws it 0-0, like 0-2, like throws it so consistently, which is great.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, enough about Paul Skeens. Shohei Ohtani's nuke was sick. Okay. 100 miles an hour, dead center. That was sick.
What would you have done with that?
Huh? So you know the swings before that, where he was missing. I might have had a few of those in there. But if I knew it was coming and you give me enough chances, I'll barrel one up. I'll get a hold of one.
Yeah, I think those that third at bat showed a lot more respect than the first at bat. The first at bat was just like good afternoon, good evening, good night.
Yeah.
To Ohtani, like the best hitter in baseball, arguably. And he kind of I don't know. I saw the post game interviews from Shohei and the post game interviews from Skeens, and there's a ton of mutual respect there. I love it.
Yeah. Primetime matchup. I freaking really enjoyed that. But this was not sad. It's like happy sad. So I've been following Birmingham Southern baseball since this school was shutting down. I thought it was really cool with their story. They already have like a documentary series, but they ended up getting eliminated. They could have just taken like a quick flight back home, and they decided to sit on the bus together for their 12-hour drive back, and they documented the whole thing. I feel like that just sucks. Like, is that something do you think you would have done? Like, what is that like bonding like during a college baseball season?
Yeah. It's 100% something that my team would have done, busing back. Like, you can't play Mafia on the plane. And for those of you who don't know what Mafia is, it's like the best bus game ever, where the whole team comes together. We all sit in the back of the bus and we all try and, what is it? How can you explain Moth, Bobby? Probably can explain it better than me. Pick it up, honestly.
Well, so remember, I'm like a decade older than you. So, I think, to my understanding from when I played it, it's like you have the villagers and you have the like robbers or the people that are trying to kill the villagers one by one, but everyone's eyes are closed, so no one knows who everyone is, and it's kind of like you start the game by kind of having a deck of cards, and everyone like randomizes who's going to be who, and then there's like a sheriff who can protect someone, and then the mafia people like wake up at one point and like pick who they're going to kill, and then everyone goes to sleep, and then when everyone wakes up, the moderator, the person who's the narrator, they'll like tell everyone, okay, here's who died, here's who the like doctor tried to save, here's who the sheriff tried to arrest. Now it's up to everyone to try to decide who the bad guys are, essentially.
Yeah.
So
it gets intense.
I don't know.
It gets intense.
Yeah. Is that the same game from a decade ago?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. We got a few like extra things in there, like a few new characters that can do stuff. But yeah, we have this one called a kamikaze, and it's basically like you can just kind of, end whoever, right? So if I had somebody that like I had a problem with that day, or I just wanted to screw with, I would always get picked a kamikaze and just kill them immediately. As soon as the game starts, I just yell a name and it'd be open for them.
That's awesome. I love it. We weren't playing those games on my bus for college softball. There was no Mafia being played, but we play this. Wait, what is the game called? Oh, Psych. Have you guys ever played that game? It's actually so fun. I'm not going to go into the details because it's like an app, but it's a good game. So if you're playing college softball, you should play the game Psych. It's a lot of fun.
Psych.
Yeah, it's not as good as Mafia though. The NCAA Super Regionals are set for college baseball. Do you guys have like a favorite team, one you're following for the College World Series? Not following it as much.
So at my facility, the owner of the facility that I do pitching lessons at, he was like a Clemson football / pitcher recruit, and then he got drafted out of high school. So he's like a huge Clemson fan. So whoever Clemson's against, I'm all for it.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm rooting for the opposing team of Clemson.
Oh, they're playing Florida, but go ahead, Ian.
I'm totally with that. I went to South Carolina, so I don't like Clemson either.
Yeah.
I get behind that.
Wait, I like that pick because I want Florida to win. So that works because Clemson's playing Florida. So hopefully.
Oh, are we all agreeing right now?
No, I like Jack Caglione, who's a player. He's a hitter. Geez. He's like an outfielder and a hitter on Florida. He was the guy that was on like a 9-game home run streak during the season, and he could pitch. I think he's like the coolest guy ever. I made a video about him glazing the shit out of him. But he's cool.
I just think it's funny that Kate couldn't even agree that we were agreeing together.
I know. I was like, wait, no, I don't really care. Like, sure.
She's like, no, we are not agreeing that we're agreeing.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I don't know if you guys saw this. I can't. I've been dying just because I'm on TikTok so much. So Gabe Kapler is now a thirst trapping TikTok star after being the giant. I swear, Bobby, I almost did a double take. He's doing like the trending sounds and putting like a suit on with like the $1 Million Baby sound underneath. It's actually hysterical.
No shot. You sure it's not like a doppelganger or something?
No.
It's actually him?
It's verified. It's him.
Do we have a video of this? Because I haven't seen it yet.
Wait, I can find it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. If it's like appropriate.
No. It's totally appropriate.
Okay.
Wait, Ben Verlander actually tweeted
Thirst trapping like goes to extremes. So
I was actually, and he's doing it consistently too. First, when he was giving like financial advice, and now he's just posting thirst traps.
He's just trying to start a new chapter of his life, I guess.
Hold on. I'm trying to find the link. Is this it? I wonder if I can copy this on TikTok, if it'll work. Guys, it's actually worth it. Like,
Ian, are you going to be thirst trapping soon or what?
I don't think I'm going to go that route. I'm going to stick with hitting instructions and hitting tips. Stop rolling over. So,
sorry, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got you, Kate.
Okay, thanks.
I don't know, Ian. Like you failed at thirst trapping tips, so we don't have to.
Maybe.
It didn't work, but I'll tag it, you guys. I'll send it in the group chat. But yeah, it's really, really bad. I guess honestly, I think if my I guess if my baseball content creator career didn't work out, maybe I would just do that because I'm sure he's making more money doing that.
I wouldn't say that I'm like not surprised or anything, but like if there was a manager to do that sort of thing, I would pick it to be him. I would assume that would be him just by how he carries himself. Very well put together, he just seems like one of those guys.
Yeah, I agree.
What do thirst trapping dudes look like, dude?
They're like Gabe. I mean, right?
I don't have that much experience with it, so.
They look like Gabe. 100%.
So I mean, the people that do it are the ones who look like they do it. So.
Let's move on back to more serious-ish baseball. A lot of announcer jinx. I can't speak today, guys. Jinx lately. This is Jenny Kavnar on the Oakland A's broadcast. With Mason Miller.
Hey Siri, it's not your night. I'm feeling Mason Miller might have some payback in his back pocket for what Siri did to the A's yesterday. 0-1, and that's launched towards left field, and the payback comes at the bat of Jose Siri. Tied up the ball game with another homer.
Yes, that was tough. Go ahead.
Is that a strike, Bobby? I didn't see that. It was 100. Was it low and in?
Here, I can put it back.
Yeah, play it again.
Hey,
I was gonna
the
say
home run.
Hey Siri, it's not your night.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, low and in.
Towards left field.
Yeah, he deserved every bit of it.
100%.
Jose Siri.
Yeah. That was an absolute nuke too. That's the exact spot you don't throw any pitches to lefties ever if you're a right-handed pitcher. That's just like they call it a drop in the barrel. If you put it down there, you drop in the barrel, that thing's nuked every time.
Yeah. How about that announcer though?
Bro, so I was going through the comments on the Bsblr site, and one of these comments just freaking sent me, bro. It's so funny. It says she is the Angel Hernandez of commentary.
That's a tag you don't want.
Oh man. Yeah. And another one said I think it said something along the lines of she has in like 5 games she has enough negative bloopers to last an entire career. That's terrible. Those comments just get ruthless, bro.
It's tough. It's tough.
Yeah. What's your take on it, Kate?
I feel bad because it's her first year in the booth. but she's had a couple of tough calls this year, and I just feel like it's been rough for her on Twitter with like a lot of comments from the baseball community.
Twitter is ruthless.
Yeah, Twitter's ruthless.
Yeah, I feel like she's just getting her feet wet, and she's gonna do great. She's just off to a rough start.
Yeah, just hey Siri, it's not your night. The only caveat I would have had to that was because Siri also homered earlier in that game, so I feel like that probably wasn't the best time to use that line.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know.
She was just gunning for that. She just wanted to say, "Hey Siri," so bad.
But honestly, also I really liked Jose Siri like bumping his chest, because if I hit 101 off of Mason Miller, I would also be doing that. I would be like doing cartwheels, rounding second base.
Yeah.
All right, let's move right along. So Cosmic Baseball is here, and it's incredible. This is like the first time I've been hearing about this. Collegiate summer teams in the Coastal Plain League play the first Cosmic Baseball team. Here's the video, which I'm kind of excited to watch together. All right.
Here, we're going to count down from 3. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
That's so sick. Oh my gosh.
Literally so sick.
Wait, so did they play the whole game like this? Wait, this is so cool. Is the ball white or is the ball going to be yellow? I feel like that's hard to see.
Yeah, there was a couple clips that were put out showing like in-game actual footage, and it's actually really easy to see. And there was like a line drive up the middle, and the pitcher reacted to it the same way it would in a baseball game, like a normal one. So yeah, I think it's super visible. It seems like a ton of fun. It's like glow in the dark golf or like bowling at matinee or something. It's pretty cool.
I would originally think that you'd have some depth perception issues with like all the stuff. But I guess not. If the pitcher reacted like a normal game, then I guess not.
Yeah, it was like the perfect clip, because the first thought that went into my head was, what happens if they hit it back up the middle? And right as I'm thinking that, like a ball gets hit back up the middle, and the guy like instantly responded the way I would have. So it's like, okay,
Like,
I guess it's safe.
Then
That no, see, that was one of the comments too. They're like, how do they see curveballs?
no way. I mean, I can't really see him anyway, but
I think I'd be a little fearful of my life, if I'm being honest, like playing in that league.
Yeah. Third base would be freaking scary.
Couldn't pay me.
I bet the
corners in right. What's that, Ian? I've talked over your buddy.
I said I bet the homers are majestic.
Oh yeah.
They just go like a mile
into the night.
Yeah, that's cool. Damn, I'm gonna have to go.
Mm-hmm.
Probably have time for one more. I'm really excited to hear Bobby's opinion on this. A high school game ended off in a walk-off balk. So let's just watch the video, get our pitching experts' opinion on this.
Yeah, this was a brutal one, by the way.
No bunt. Go,
Kill.
I don't see the balk. Can you explain, Bobby?
Yeah, I got it. So the balk is actually it's a combination of his hands like moving in his glove. So he's got movement in his hands, and then there's some subtle movement in the throwing elbow. And it's so subtle. It's like such a pencil pusher call, but it technically is he didn't completely freeze. I used to have this called on me all the time because I was like a fast pitch pitcher, like fast paced pitcher. So I would try to finish an entire high school game in under an hour. That was kind of like my mantra. So guys would try and call it on me all the time to try to throw off my pace or my cadence or my rhythm. If they're in a pressure situation, coaches will typically ask the umpires to be looking for a stop. And typically when a coach does that, I don't know if that took place earlier in this game, but yeah, the not stop thing in a pressure situation like that, it's typically something freshmen do. I don't know if this guy's a freshman, but this is typically where like all the coaches would be like, freaking freshman, are you kidding me? Like, you're not paying attention to the little detail, but that is like a minuscule detail. So frustrating.
It's a sad way to go out, man. Like, it's the worst way to go out. It's like 100%. Not even competitive, you know?
Yeah, umpires are taking the game away from the club. It's like,
I feel like you can't call that there. Like, that's just like, how are you going to make that call?
Yeah, like play the game. Yeah,
let it play. Come on.
Yeah, the perfectionist in me is like, you could have done better, but at the same time, it's like, bro, like you're literally in a state title. Like, why is that the thing we have to be worried about? Like, there's runners on base. Let's just let the guy play the game out and see what happens.
Yeah, I agree. Before we wrap, do you guys have any thoughts, any freestyle monologues you want to give to the audience? Look at Ian's face.
I feel like I should have something, but I got nothing.
Well, let me ask you this, Ian. What's your approach going into your first ever professional at bat?
Okay. This is really good. So with our field, it's a little weird. It's supposedly really hard to see. I was kind of going to do this anyway, but I'm going up there with like basically my 2-strike approach out of the get-go. I'm not doing anything fancy, kind of spread out my feet, small step, and just like up there playing paddle ball. Just put the ball in play. I work really hard in the gym, so if I hit it on the barrel, the ball should go.
I love that.
One of the comments in the chat said that the Oakland Ballers sold out. Is that true? Are they going to be?
Yeah. So the night we sold out 4,200 fans, and the Oakland A's had 5,000 fans. That's same
crazy.
Night. Yeah, we were at capacity, and they weren't, obviously, but that was sick.
Dude, what's it like playing? Well, you've played it in front of that big of crowd before, right?
At South Carolina, yeah, I did.
Yeah.
But this is a little different because you can tell like the fan base is a little hurt from Oakland leaving, the A's leaving, right? And they're coming with shirts, sell the team, all that stuff, and like they're like we're like their saviors. Like, thank you for this healing process. We appreciate this so much. But yeah, it's really cool. The fans are like really into it. It's personal to them.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's cool. Any of your fans from social media coming up to you in between innings?
Yeah. I got some people showing up to every game. It's pretty cool.
That's so nice.
That's so cool,
little
bro.
Celebrity.
That's awesome. A little bit.
That's cool.
So I have one last question for you, Ian, man. What is it like turning your signature into an autograph?
Dude, I am so bad with signatures. I'll just go ahead and admit this right now. Like, kids get mad at me for this all the time, and I don't know if I should be saying this or not, but my autograph sucks. If 3 kids walk up to me, they might get 3 different autographs. Like, I'm trying. I'm trying. They suck.
Let me just tell you, man, I've signed a couple thousand at least in my career, and I've probably landed on the same autograph maybe 15 times, man. It's tough. Like, you really have to be a 10-year big leaguer to really have that staple autograph. And they get better as you get older. Like, when we would have like AAA guys come down for a rehab start or something, like, or big leaguers and stuff, those guys would always have just elite signatures, and it just makes you like hate your own. But yeah, just keep grinding, man. More reps you get, the better it's gonna get.
Yeah.
Damn. That's cool. I'm excited. We're gonna have to go to a game.
Yeah, come out, please.
Bob, you got anything?
No, honestly, like I think with now that I've watched the Bsblr Show, and if I was a pitcher, I would definitely just peg Ian first pitch. That's all I got. So all you guys watching this, just hit Ian.
Yep, and then I'll steal second and steal third.
That's a perfect game plan.
No, I think approach wise, if I'm a pitcher and at a competitive level and I'm trying to prep for a game, like if I'm thinking about something that I would want to have going in mentally, it's kind of the mindset that you work hard all week. And this is a video I'm working on right now. So if you're working hard all week and you're putting in all your work, there's no way that you should ever be bringing the thought of mechanics into a game. Like, we are a competitor, so the fans are there not to watch you throw a bullpen. They're there to watch you compete. So you got to kind of leave the mechanics at the at the locker room and just go out and pitch your heart out and don't think about mechanics in a game. The second you do that, you turn yourself into a spectator and you're no longer the guy who the coach can rely on.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Wise words of wisdom over there. I'm gonna need to watch this video.
It's gonna be a long one, so don't watch it.
Well,
or do
I'll watch it for you. I'll watch it for you. It's fine. Before we wrap, Ian, wait, I have to tell you this funny story. So I was scrolling on Instagram and like your video came up and I saw my dad liked the video. So I go to my dad, I'm like, what, like you follow like my friend Ian? He was like, oh yeah, I like his hitting stuff. Like I show my dad coaches college softball for like my little sister, college softball, like high school softball for my sisters. He was like, yeah, I show like my softball girls these videos. I'm like, oh my God, that's so
That
funny.
is awesome. That is awesome. Hopefully they help.
Yeah. So you have another fan. Makes you feel better, boost the ego a little bit.
I needed it.
All right. I think that's pretty much it. Guys, have a beautiful weekend. Everyone say a nice prayer for Juan Soto. And I'll be at Yankees Dodgers all weekend. So it'll be nice.
Everything is going to be okay, Kate.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yep.
All right. Go.